like the World Bank and the IMF, weren't lining up with cash. In fact, they warned Ethiopia against moving forward without their terms and conditions. So Meles made a bold statement at the laying of the first cornerstone in 2011. No matter how poor we are, in the Ethiopian traditions of resolve, the Ethiopian people will pay any sacrifice, he said. In that moment, the GERD stopped being just another energy project. It became a test of sovereignty, a fight to prove that Africa could build big on its own terms. And they won. The government has confirmed that GERD was built entirely with domestic financing, the government and the people, without a single cent in foreign loans or external funding. After Zenawi's call, Ethiopia launched a nationwide campaign like no other. Civil servants gave up a month's salary. Farmers started selling their cows and goats. Taxi drivers bought government bonds. Even school children pulled their lunch money to contribute. The diaspora answered too. Ethiopians abroad bought bonds and sent remittances, determined to prove that this project belonged to them. By 2025, more than 90% of the dam's cost had been covered domestically. Ordinary Ethiopians, rich, poor, rural, urban, carried a $5 billion project on their backs. So this week, Ethiopia declared history. And after more than a decade of sacrifice, sweat, and struggle, the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam was officially inaugurated. My people, history has just been made on the Nile. Ethiopia has completed the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, Africa's biggest hydroelectric project, a $5 billion megastructure that can power an entire nation. But here's the twist. The real story isn't about concrete, steel, or turbines. It's about how this dam was built. Not with World Bank loans, not with IMF bailout, not with Chinese billions, but by ordinary Ethiopians. So the idea of taming the Nile isn't new. Back in the 1950s,
Commission, they didn't play any role. Basically, from the South zone or the Niger Delta, I am the first and only, and of course, from a minority ethnic group. So, the kind of politics
under Emperor Haile Selassie,
our forefathers played from the 50s, I cannot say from 1914 when Nigeria was amalgamated, because the books you read don't give you a clear perspective of how Nigeria was amalgamated. It was done by the British people. The key actors from Nigeria that participated in that amalgamation, you hardly hear what it's. But the key political actors, people like Nnamdi Azikiwe, people like Obafemi Awolowo, people like Rana Sokoto, and so on. All these people were less than 10 years old at the time of amalgamation. They didn't play any role. But in the 50s, when we were marching towards independence, that was when these people came to play a key role that led to the independence in 1960. Political parties were formed during in the late 50s, leading to the independence. And the kind of politics our forefathers played back then, still the politics we play today. We play tribal and regional politics. And it is quite unfortunate if you compare Nigeria to other African countries. You will see that you find it difficult to say that this was a national leader in Nigeria that attempted to bring the country together. I said, for young people, we should know that this issue of tribe and religion, these are the major setbacks for this country. This makes people escape problems of our leadership recruitment. If somebody is holding a political office and he wants to give appointments, you begin to see that even if Mrs. A knows the issue better than Mrs. B, and if Mrs. B is from his own tribe, you want to use Mrs. B. It's like saying, oh, you have a fight that you need a lion to fight, but that lion is not from your tribe. Then you say the cats. Then you say, after all, both of them are carnivorous animals. They can assert it. And you bring a cat to do the job of a lion. It's not possible. The cat, yes, is a carnivorous animal. Yes, that can assert it. But the cat cannot do the job of a lion or a tiger or a leopard. So, but that is what happens in a system where people tend towards their tribe. And that's one of the gains of Nigerian politics. The leadership recruitment process is skewed along tribal interests, along religious interests. So you see how difficult it is.
Dans ce monde,
don't care what you think. Think that there's one God, two gods, 10 gods, or no gods. That is what it means to live in a free country. The problem arises is if you have a religious philosophy that is not based in objective realities, that you then want to put in the science classroom. Then I'm going to stand there and say, no, I'm not going to allow you in the science classroom. I'm not telling you what to think. I'm just telling you in the science class, you're not doing science. This is not science. Keep it out. That's when I stand up. Otherwise, go ahead. I don't care what you think. Think that there's one God, two gods, 10 gods, or no gods. That is what it means to live in a free country. The problem arises is if you have a religious philosophy that is not based in objective realities, that you then want to put in the science classroom. Then I'm going to stand there and say, no, I'm not going to allow you in the science classroom. I'm not telling you what to think. I'm just telling you in the science class, you're not doing science. This is not science. Keep it out. That's when I stand up. Otherwise, go ahead. I don't care what you think. Think that there's one God, two gods.
The bricks! Sunday! Oh, na 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 na. Watch it out! Watch me far away, see me far away. Shabada, tell me what you saw. I will show you what I have, because I have myself. Then think say na defense. Make you watch my back. Now wait till you they see, yeah. Unless you have the sense, so go learn to pretend. Do not run away. Kind of sober than you. That is why I say, that is why I say, that is why I thought, that is why I say, that is why I say, that is why I am. I go sober than you. Ohaneze Ndigo, how na day? I don't come to speak my mind with no delay. Let them know say una eyes clear about una way. Watch out, many things they happen in that country you dey. So some people trouble upon people every day. Even when you dey, you go talk say you know dey. I need to understand why this one bad. I need to understand why the truth apart. The promise that we got and nationalize. The promise we will live and no complaints. Watch me far away. Watch me far away. See me far away. See me far away. Tell me what you saw. I will show you what I have. Because I have myself. Then think say na defense. Make you watch my back. Now wait till you they see, yeah. Unless you have the sense, you go learn to pretend. Do not run away. Kind of sober than you. That is why I say, that is why I say, that is why I thought. That is why I say, that is why I say, that is why I am. I was over than you. Samara, ta ta ta. say, now here we dey. We don't come to stay. I say no retreat, no surrender. We're living big, but no array. Look at the soldiers killing innocent Biafrans every day. Look at the Islamists killing innocent Christians every day. It's depending me, it's depending me, it's depending me. Chupoki Kogama, Ataranyo say Maka, Ataranyo say Maka. I know Ginaka, that is why I say, that is why I thought, that is why I know, that is why I say, that is why I thought, that is why I know.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Alo province of Biafra London. We are here live and direct. Today is the 13th day of the 9th month, being September 2025. And do not forget that today is Saturday. I thereby welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers onto this blessed platform where we preach not only the gospel of physical liberation, also, and most importantly, the gospel of mental emancipation, that you may know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. I have said this several times, and I continue saying it, that you will not know the truth without hearing it. And also, hearing the truth is not the only criteria that qualifies you of knowing the truth. No. Hearing the truth is very important, but after hearing the truth, now you need to make researches, make investigations about what you heard. And the result of your researches will now lead you into knowing it. That is why we challenge here on Radio Biafra for people to come to debate. And it is one of the main reasons why our X space, Radio Biafra Live X space, is created in order to bring in people to allow for civilized debate. Come and convince us, because we Biafrans, we IPOBians, we Biafrans, we believe on superior arguments. The only way you can defeat us is through superior argument, and you beat us hands down. That's the only way. Not ranting, not blackmail, not by force, not intimidation. All those things, we are immune to all those systems. The only way you can pull us down or you can defeat us is come with superior arguments. Once your arguments are superior or is superior, we bow. We say, oh boy, you win. Because we bow to superior argument, because this is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the supreme leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, this is what he taught us right from this hallowed platform. That we must subject everything to the altar of reason. And once there is the superior reason, the superior argument, you listen, you bow. That is it. And that is the reason why we must continue. Therefore, I welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers onto this hallowed platform. I have been here since more than 30 minutes honestly. I've been battling on some technical issues, but we must continue. It will never deter us because these are part of the things we pass through, and we must continue going through it until Biafra is restored, until our goal is achieved. Therefore, once again, I welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers to this blessed platform. Today being Saturday, the 13th day of September 2025. Do not forget that in our Igbo calendar, therefore, today is a day mapped out for us to dive into religious issues in order for us to argue, to discuss as brothers and sisters, as a family. Because what we are doing here, what we are looking for is the best for us. That is why we will never shy away from any topic. Never. We shall never shy away from any topic here. You could remember sometime our very late Mazi, what is his name? Lawyer, attorney. What is his name again that used to broadcast with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is late now? There was a day he said it that any day that we stop saying it as it is here on Radio Biafra, that day it will be the start of the compromise or the falling apart of Radio Biafra. That is why we must maintain the standard. And there is no topic. Baristema Mezu. Baristema Mezu. Let's Baristema Mezu. There is no topic that is banned for us here on Radio Biafra. Remember, this is a revolutionary radio. Do you remember when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu used to come here morning and night, every day? That time, anywhere, anything you are doing, you are looking forward to the time of the broadcast. Once you start hearing the anthem, oh my goodness me, you know, radio, that is why Radio Biafra is addictable. You might not like the way we speak, our tunes, everything, but what matters is, no matter they are sounding arrogant, they are sounding insultive, they are sounding acidic, it doesn't matter the verb you use to qualify our way, our tune. But what matters to us, in all, you will always confess that, what these people are saying here is true too. That is the only thing. That is our only joy. Castigate also our tune, insult also, but the following day you will listen to Radio Biafra. That is how addictive it is. Because truth is just like magnet, it attracts. The only people that hate the truth are very bad, reprobate mindsets. These are the only people that hate the truth. They don't even want to hear it. Are you getting what I'm saying? That is why we must continue. We must always, send out the message. The gospel. We must preach this gospel of Chukwuka Abiyama, started by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is illegally detained since 4 years plus, since 2021, in the Nigerian VSS dungeon. Notwithstanding being renditioned illegally, Nigeria went ahead to break international law, Nigerian law, every type of law, and rendition Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And thinking that they will destroy IPOB. They will destroy his backbone, that is IPOB. Thinking that holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will stop us from what we are doing, but they lied. We must continue pushing, because 10th of October next month is the day that the ruling on Onyendu's no case file will take place, whether to release him or to continue. But what we always push to is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must come out with his head, with his shoulders very high. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, must come out, must be released unconditionally with his shoulders very high. He must come out, not like others, like Sari Dokubo, not like Owazirike, who is now reduced to a ceremonial freedom fighter in a state of limbo, courtesy of some people, including Maxwell Okpara, Barrister Maxwell Okpara. I commented on his pronouncement on his speech. Maxwell Okpara. He said, "Oga, you don't buy market from IPOB. You don't you buy. I don't know why. There is no any person, everybody or anybody has the right to campaign as he wants and for in his own way for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He as a lawyer have the right to talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu anywhere in the world. It is his right. After all, Ozekome San, during his own days, anywhere he goes, he talks about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He talks about the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu everywhere around the world. So we have no problem about that for you, for mischief makers, I'm talking. But once you enter into IPOB, start disrespecting and disparaging IPOB in the public, oh my goodness me. The DOS, now, you go guy here now. You don't buy market. I say you go explain tire. According to Barrister Maxwell Okpara, you go explain tire. He never starts. You go explain tire. Once you do your thing, avoid talking about IPOB because you don't know anything about IPOB. You are representing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No problem about it. But once you start disparaging IPOB or DOS, onye kpara nkụ ahụhụ, ọ ya nwasị ngwere abịna onye kpara nkụ ahụhụ si ngwere bere ya ụgwọ. That is how we day our day. Maxwell Okpara, many of us, we have had the clip. It's there, So there are no two ways about it. You don't buy IPOB market, and he go explain tire. He go explain tire. So people like Maxwell Okpara, who his own mouth, because I judge you by what you say. I don't go again to start saying no. He said it that he played a vital role in the release of Asari Dokwo as a lawyer. Any other thing you want to talk, I'll say, no, be now him talk him. I hold the clip. Now, he talk him with his mouth in MBC meeting that invited him in Vienna about last 2 or 3 weeks. So, and he gave details of the release of Owazirike that is owed to him. So I judge him with what he said. It's not how far, but how well. Asari Dokubo is now a concentrated agent of the caliphate. Forget about some of his outbursts from time to time. You see how all these pastors used to raise crutches up. You know, pastor, RNG, everything is RNG. You know, the pastors that perform miracle, they always raise crutches up. They always heal blind or heal cripple. But you can never see them healing amputee. Because that one there there is no RNG there. It's impossible. Somebody that one of his hand from the elbow was amputated. Now he come in the presence of everybody, pray, and the thing go back. No, you cannot arrange that now. So what Asari Dokubo is always sometimes doing from time to time is RNG. He will come and talk against the caliphate. Whoa. In order to gather, to reinforce support. That all, hey, he's a man we know, he's a militant. Oh, it's true. You know, population is always deceived very easy. Our people are they have very tiny brain, very tiny brain. All these are RNG with the Nigerian government. That is why Kunle Olawunmi, who was a naval high-ranking intelligence officer, Nigerian intelligence officer, that have killed for Nigeria, that he have commanded all his career. He has been in command. He is the type of service of shadow. The class of shadows you shouldn't hear about. You shouldn't know that he's existing. These are the type of people. But due to what was happening right from the time of Buhari, he came up to speak out, to reveal himself. He said that Niger Delta militancy, he knew what Yaradua sent a message. And him and his colleagues knew what they did. And reduced Niger Delta militancy to a manageable level. He said they even went to, is it Angola or South Africa, to bring a car or something like that. So they know what they did. So he didn't say that Nigerian government destroyed or completely dislodged Niger Delta militancy. No, they keep it pending, but in a manageable level, so that it will be a tool in the hands of Nigerian government. Maxwell Okpara played a very vital role in reducing Asari Dokubo to what the mercenary, the Nigerian mercenary he is today, the caliphate mercenary. Are you getting what I'm saying? He also played a very vital role, I mean Barrister Maxwell Okpara, in compromising Owazirike and reducing him to the state of limbo he is today. From time to time. Where is Masob? Oh, yeah, Masob is Owazirike and his few gang, few cliques. As for money is nothing. You get the money. On our own, internal security. Any governor that wants some people, gangs to guide him or to guide the contractor was Rike. That is what he can boast of his freedom fighting, which he genuinely started. I credit to Wazirike. Genuinely started Wazirike, I think 1999. He genuinely started the Biafra. And history will never forget him, honestly. It doesn't matter the state of limbo that people like Maxwell Okpara, the national compromiser of Nigeria, one of the experienced compromisers, barristers, majored in compromising freedom fighters. He is around Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He is around him. These are the people who, if Owazirike wants to do anything or wants to even rise up to, these are the people that will tell him, hey, don't ever. I mean Maxwell Okpara, don't ever do that. Otherwise, it is me that will invite the Nigerian army to carry you. These are the people. These are the people that are surrounding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for your information. The day Maxwell, we have been watching, we know this, but the day, the spirit of Biafra is the day he opened his mouth and insulted DOS and disparaged IPOB in the public, that is the day he buy market from IPOB. Oh, go, yeah. So we gotta talk about him. I get publicity. Some people say no, they don't mean it's nothing. No, this is not. Time has gone when we will say no, it's nothing. We leave things, it will start festering until it reaches to some. That is why we warn our people. It is not how far, but how well. We will never allow this struggle to see rods. For your information, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Everything he's doing is sound, but people around him are trying to push him in order to commit the fatal error of destruction of IPOB. But I used to say it that these people, they don't know the type of people in this struggle. The highest thing that Onyendu did is gather people, the good, the bad, ugly, from all over the world with different experiences, intellectuals, DOBT, these different types of people, gather them under one family. And somebody think that they will be easily manipulated. IPOB will be easily manipulated with intimidation, with the blackmail, with the money. Get out, hoop on you. Watch it. I am telling you honestly. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must come out from that place with his shoulders high. We are not saying that he will come out at all costs. No. He will come out at our own, the way we want it, at our own option. Not all these things that we beg Tinubu, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We don't beg, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed no crime. Are you getting what I'm saying? We don't beg. He's a freedom fighter. He committed no crime. So that is for your information. So Maxwell Okpara, note it, because I know that people are listening and telling you sometimes you can also listen. The day you went and disparaged DOS and talked down on IPOB on something you don't know about, that was the day you bought you buy market for us. You understand? So we will not leave you. That is the thing. So those people you talked with, these are the people that knew the existence of IPOB. IPOB has been explaining to them, preaching to them that Agwo on Africa, about our leaders' rendition, our leaders' condition, IPOB, the situation we are in. But it is you, Maxwell Okpara, that will now go and all those things you talked. You see, that day in Vienna, those people, those are our people, Mbise, Ndibo. After eating, the story he told them, it's just a story in their ear. They just want to hear, because so the story he told them is just there. He ended after they concluded it with eating and drinking. Because I had when the provost or chairman of that meeting was saying, let's start serving. As they are talking, Maxwell Okpara gwara about Onyendu ihe niile awo o bana ntị ebe a o shi na ntị nke ọzọ pụta pụọ. IPOB has been on the mission since of awareness creation, sensitizing our people everywhere around the world. But Maxwell Okpara disparaged our our endeavors, disparage us as a worldwide movement, disparage our leadership, and you think that we are going to give him flower? Oh, you make well. It doesn't matter what he explained. It doesn't matter his latest. The other day he made a video. I say he go explain tire. I'll be drawing his leg. Okay, he will explain tire because he bought market with us. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu says, if you offend him, he will forgive you. If you offend his family or family members, his siblings, he will forgive you. But once you offend the IPOB, this is sacred, this holy movement. He say, it's a sin against the Holy Spirit that he cannot forgive you. So for this struggle, thereby disparaging IPOB, he have sinned against the Holy Spirit. But we must continue. Therefore, I once again welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers onto this hallowed platform. Today is Saturday, the 13th day of September 2025. And today we are going to continue on our religious discussions. I'm going to talk about religion and violence. Religion and violence. Religion and murder. Must continue. We must continue. As I said, the topic of my submission will be religion and violence. 13th day of September 2025. Before I dive into that, please, I want to read just one news headline. This news all the time. It says yesterday's news headline. Let me see. Sahara Reporters, yes. Panic in Castina community as bandits impose 10 million levy, give 2 weeks ultimatum. That was September day before yesterday's news headline. September 11, 2025 news headline on Sahara Reporters. You can Google it. It's there. You know, we block the news, we don't write it. So that they don't say, oh, we put flavor. No. Terrorists locally dubbed as bandits have given residents of Ilale in the Matazu local government area of Katsina State 2 weeks to raise and pay them a levy of 10 million naira, failing which they will attack the community. This is a country. Or this is a country. There is no media hype on this. You don't see the Nigerian military attacking these bandits. They pamper them. They negotiate with them. Oh, as they say 10 million, please, the people, they will tell the people, pay. That is how bad it is. But in our land, it is in Biafra region that they push the whole Boko Haram military, the Nigerian military, burning houses of innocent people, killing our people, abducting our youths, killing our people in wholesale. But where all these terrorists are really functioning, they don't care. In the north, in Castina, the terrorists, the Fulani terrorists, are controlling many swaths of lands, many communities, many local governments in the north. But Nigerians don't know about this because they paid the media. The caliphate ordered and paid the media and ordered them not to report or give detailed reports as they used to give a detailed report of what is happening in the Biafra region. It is an agenda. I've been saying it. It is an agenda. The voices of the indigenous people in the north are not heard. The Fulani Caliphate is destroying them, killing them, taking over their land, taking over their ancestral lands and community and villages. And people are still going about as if everything is okay. Are you getting what I'm saying? Go and check in the north how many refugee camps they call in IDP, internally displaced people. It's a refugee. There are millions of them everywhere in the north. And you ask, who is living in those displaced people's homes and the villages? Who is living there? All these questions will open your eyes about the level of the Fulani, atrocities and the colonization agenda that is going on. But it is being underreported. I don't know why somebody is calling me. Why somebody is calling me? Why? Who is calling? Are you not listening? I'm on air, please. So, we must continue. So, as I said, just 1 second. Let me take a sip of water. As I was saying, I was talking about the new headline which I read about. Let me check. I hope my voice is coming out. Is my voice not coming out? Why this call? Oh no, my voice is coming out. My voice is coming out crystal clear on IPOB Community Radio. So, once again, please, today is Saturday, the 13th day of September 2025. Tatabo Obochenkwo. Why I keep on repeating this date is for you to understand that we are live. So if you calculate the day I mentioned, it doesn't correspond to the real date, the live date. Know that it is not live. But once it corresponds, because I think that is the reason why somebody is calling. No, ask Mazi, are you live? Listen to the date. Today's date is 13th day of September 2025, being Saturday, Oboche Nkwo. Therefore, I was saying, the Fulani terrorists, remember they changed the name, courtesy of the caliphate, in order to downplay the atrocities, the colonization that is going on. Remember, I think this name was changed either 2021, 2020, 2021, when the caliphate were no, but the photo, I must be honest with you, because that time it is Fulani terrorists everywhere. Fulani terrorists. The meet Rufai said, no, I'm tired. I have even gone to the extent of going outside Nigeria to pay the Fulani that are killing the indigenous people in Kaduna and in the north. Now, all of a sudden, they hatched out a plan, and the plan is remove Fulani from all this news. Now, they introduced the word bandit, and bingo. They warned every Nigerian media never to use any other thing except bandits, to simplify everything. And that thing stuck to today. we keep records of everything that is going on. So that is it. These Fulani terrorists, which they baptize as bandits, are all over the north. In Castina, they are taking taxes from the people. Imagine where they impose levy on people, on one community, 10 million naira. They have swaths of land they are controlling. That is it. But the Nigerian military, they are pampering them. Before you know, they will say, no, they are the radicalized terrorists. Don't kill them. They give the Nigerian military the order, secret order, not to kill them. Even if they are shooting at you, say, don't shoot. If you die for your country. That is the secret order they give to the Nigerian military. Are you getting what I'm saying? That is it. So, we must continue. When they carry our people as Nigerian military, they carry Igbo people, they will go send them to the north, sabotage them, they will slaughter them. The bandits, the Boko Haram, they will slaughter them. I know he's touching Asari Dokubo, because ask him if you near him. Ask him what the Nigerian government did to him, to his boys. Ask him if you near him. He know. They take them to Borno. After this, they sabotage them. They came and slaughtered. None of them come out from that camp. All those Asari boys. Haga kill all of them. We must continue. So, what am I trying to say? Today also, as I said, today is the 13th day of September 2025. Therefore, let me dive in direct into the subject matter of today. But do not forget that tomorrow, being Monday, will be on X as usual. Please, you are invited to join. Whether you are for Biafra or against Biafra, we want you to join, because we want to be having robust debates there, robust discussions, where we bring out superior arguments. That is the thing. Not arguing for arguing's sake. You rant. No. It doesn't make sense, because we argue to learn. That is it. So, now, the topic of today, being 13th of September 2025, being Saturday, the topic of today is religion and violence. Violence, murder, religion. You know, we have the right to expose things. Are you getting what I'm saying? We have the right to expose things. It is not about changing your belief. No. It is not about it. We have the right to also put in, to talk about, listen to what this man said, which I play. Listen.
Care what you think. Think that there's one God, two gods, 10 gods, or no gods. That is.
Don't think what you believe on. I don't care. Sorry, I don't care what you believe on. One God, two gods, 10 gods, 100 gods. That is your problem. That is, believe what you believe. I believe what I believe. So I don't care. Look at what he cares for.
What it means to live in a free country. The problem arises is if you have a religious philosophy that is not based in objective realities, that you.
The problem now arises if you have a religious philosophy that is not based on objective reality, the reality that is facing us to solve problems. That is where we cannot stop. We cannot live. We cannot say, no, believe what you believe. Now you start telling me that, look, it is the blood of Jesus that we cover ourselves with the blood of Jesus. Once you wear this apron, I'm protected. If criminals carry AK-47 to rob you, you say, shout, I am choosing. Who are you? That is where the problem starts. We will not allow it. Do you see that? Therefore, it is no longer about belief, what you believe. It becomes spreading of stupidity, and it will affect lives of people. That is why we are doing what we are doing. It's not about believe what you believe. No. Once he said, start again.
Care what you think. Think
I
that there's
don't care
one
about
God,
what you
two gods,
think.
10 gods, or no gods. That is what it means to live in a free country. The problem arises is if you have a religious philosophy that is not based in objective realities, that you then want to put in the science classroom. Then I'm going to stand there and say, no, I'm not going to allow you in the science classroom.
That is it. If you have a religious philosophy that is not based on our objective reality, and now you want to push it forward as the modus operandi for our population, that Jesus is curing sickness, that once you believe, you pray, and prayer is the key. These are fundamentally flawed mantras that we must resist. Are you getting it? So it's no longer a question of believe what you believe, because it touches lives. It is about people. It is about us. That is why we are doing what we are doing. Because we want to bring everything, subject everything to the altar of reason, critical thinking. It matters a lot. That is why I'm going to talk about religion and violence. Religion and violence. Religion and murder. Now, history. The justification for wars and violence has been linked to religious beliefs. Religious differences have often played a role in communal violence and societal conflicts in various parts of the world. We are seeing it today. Are you getting it? You see, sometimes Netanyahu will quote where they say, annihilate the Amalekites in this modern era. And he is being guided with that belief. And he is killing children, because that is what is written for him. He is killing pregnant women. Are you seeing the role of religion? Religion and violence I'm talking about. The big question is, why should humans kill and annihilate fellow humans for the sake of some unproven myths, beings or spirits existing only in our imaginations? Why is it that? Just for a simple belief? Listen, the history of the medieval inquisitions. When we talk about medieval inquisitions, it took place from 12th to 15th century. That is the medieval Inquisition, Spanish Inquisition, that was late 15th century onwards. Portuguese Inquisition, that was 16th century onwards. Roman Inquisition, also late 16th century onwards. Crusades, mostly from 11th to 13th centuries, initiated by Pope Urban II in 1095. Crusade. You are seeing today in Aga Crusade. No, it was not what it. Crusade was war, Christian war. Are you getting it? Is the original? They pacified it. Are you getting what I'm saying? Okay. Islamic jihadism, which is still ongoing till date. Trans-Saharan slave trading, transatlantic slave trading, and other numerous wars turned humans into unimaginable monsters. Man's inhumanity to man. It has also brought unprintable violence, carnage, and destruction of human lives. That is religion and violence. Human being is killing his own fellow human beings in order to satisfy a spirit, a myth, a belief system that only exists in his brain. Don't you see it as something, you know, you get as a B, honestly speaking. You get as a B. When you look at religion and violence, most violence, past and even present, is being caused by it has religious color called coloration. Why is it so? Because humans believe much. They believe much more than knowing. But fortunately for us, this is our own era of knowledge, era of knowing. That is why when you seek to know, the more you seek to know, the more religion is reduced in your life. And that is what Bible wrote as the end time. I continue saying it here so that people understand. When you read in the book of Matthew, I think 24, when he said the signs of end time and other places, and you take it as, oh, the world is coming to an end, you are living in cloud cuckoo land. Because one of the signs of the end time, as it was being put there, is increase in knowledge. If people start increasing in knowledge, religion will be diminishing in their lives, and that is the end time for the religion. The era of enlightenment in Europe, before, Europeans were as religious, more religious than even Africa, the present day Africans. Are you getting it? They were mumus. Everything is belief. Because whatever they don't know, whatever you don't know, you say, it's God. Are you getting it? Whatever that surpasses your knowledge, say, God will do them like that. Until science will go there boldly and unravel the cause of that thing. And you now understand that it is no more God. You have acquired that knowledge and remove religion from that. Are you getting it? Therefore, religion goes with ignorance. Religion and stupidity works hand in hand because you only believe. Are you getting it? I was listening to some, I think it's a radio program, interaction. Somebody called. He said, "No, why do you say that you don't? Do you believe in God?" He said, "I don't know." Or do you know do you believe the existence of God? He said, "I don't know whether God is existing or not. I don't know." He said, "Okay, how does the world start?" He said, "I don't know. It is still under scientific prodding. So I never know. We never know." I said, he asked, "What about you?" He said, "No, I know God did it." He said, "How do you know?" He said, "No, I don't need to know it. Because I know that God did it. I believe it." and that is the problem. Because that thing you say you know or you believe, no proof, it stops you from researching to know. That is it. So, because of ignorance, because of stupidity, human beings continue sacrificing, killing themselves in order to satisfy one abstract entity that you are not sure. You don't know. What is it? Is it not Mumu? No, be Mumu be that. Okay. All these wars and crusades, jihadism that is going on today, all about religion. The Inquisition, I know many of us know about the Inquisition. When the church in Europe, the church They terrorized the population. But the Europeans, time of the era of enlightenment, they liberated the population, liberated themselves from religious belief. And that is why Europe advanced today. That is when the sunshine of Europe started shining bright. That is why you want to travel to Europe, to live in Europe. Because the people, they now emerged, the population emerged from religious stupidity and entered into human knowledge and become illuminated. Religion become relegated down. That is the end, is end time for religion in Europe. That is it. That is what is end, not the end of the world. No, is at the end time. The people that crafted the Bible, they are very smart. They copied from different places. Now they add their own knowledge. They are very smart. They put things in a cunning way so that you don't think, you don't reason. You don't, you start taking it direct. That is how it is. Oh, end of the world. No. Let me continue. Please, I don't want to digress, please. Although, if the line opens, please, I encourage you, that is, maybe you are on the opposite. You don't agree with what I'm saying. Please come up. I love it. You don't know how I used to love it. As long as we can carry out brotherly, civilized debate, I love it. I don't always like only people that, oh, Mazi, what you are saying, I agree. No, I like opposition. Because with opposition, you also test your resolve. With opposition, you can learn. That is it. So, today being the 13th day of September 2025, being Saturday, I am talking about religion and violence. Let me continue, please. Now, it is also worthy to note that some American founding fathers, people like George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, James Hamilton, who fought relentlessly to establish a country such as United States of America with the principle of all human beings are born equal with dignity and rights. But these people, very unfortunately, they were in possession of many slaves. How do you equate that? Are they not contradicting themselves? No. For them, no. It is because of religion. Religion made them saw those slaves as lower human beings. Are you getting what I'm saying? That they are not even equal human beings. Religion has also turned Nigeria with enormous resource, natural and human potentials into a non-progressive failing state that has become a black spot and a laughing stock to both Africa and the world in general. Religion has polarized and splintered the Biafrans, turning us lions, we are originally lions, into weak victims, sheep, that always lament and wait for divine intervention. It turned us to fight ourselves. This is what religion has done to us. Turn lions into sheep. And you see, our people are proud to claim that they are eternal Jesus. It's very demeaning, I am telling you. The sheep is the most stupid of all animals. It is one of the only few animals you can, maybe their keep them 100 big ships, be taking them one after the other, be slaughtering them in their presence. They'll be watching you, watching blood, watching you bring this one, you kill it, and they die in their presence. None of them will. They will not even run away. They will be watching you. That is what Bible taught called among all animals. It called the Christians sheep. Don't you think it casted a very bad spell on the religious adherents? Said no, you are not. You are no longer a sheep. As a Biafran, as an Igbo man, as an German, as a Biafran, you are not a sheep. You are no longer a sheep. Are you getting what I'm saying? It's an insult. It's a bad spell. Don't be a sheep. Don't be a sheep. Now, there is this article. Before I continue, there is this article that somebody wrote on Vanguard, which I really fell in love with. He said, let me see, which date? Which date? What was the date? I think it was yesterday's article. No, today. September 13, 2025. He said, "Stop turning children into prayer warriors" by Stephanie Shaka. I read it and I have read it more than 3 times. Let me read it a bit before I continue because it's part of the topic also. The most radical a child, not religion. It is the power to think. I love this. You know, you see this era of African mental emancipation, enlightenment. I say be proud to be part of it, and it makes me to be proud that the message we are preaching is catching fire everywhere. Everywhere now. I love it. People are echoing, ricocheting the message. So I am very proud to be part of it. And it's a legacy, which I also would like to be remembered with, that I'm part of this. That is it. So now, across history, the societies that thrived we are not those that prayed the loudest, but those that trained their young to question, reason, and innovate. Do you see questioning? Do you now see that religion prohibits question? Are you answering God? Are you asking God question? Pastor Suleiman, I had him in one video. He said, "You cannot interpret the word of God with the level of human understanding." Are you getting what I'm saying? And now you ask me, how are you going to interpret it? These are the mantras they use in keeping religious people to be foolish forever. No, you don't ask God question. No, you don't talk. Who are you to just, you're a carnal man. You cannot understand the things of the spirit. And I say, are you spiritual? Are you a spirit? Any person, any pastor that he talks, or any person that tells you that, you ask him, why are you using phone? Does spirits use phone? Okay, charge your phone spiritually, please. If the batteries are low, don't charge. Just use spiritual means and charge it. You see that this is a layer of stupidity that we have been infected with religion. I am telling you. Remember, I'm talking about religion and violence. I'm reading this article. He said, across history, the societies that thrived were not those that prayed the loudest, but those that trained their young to question, reason, and innovate. Is it not what we preach here? Remember Nigeria, I think last year, Nigeria was, or maybe remains, the second most prayerful country in the whole world after Afghanistan. Maybe by now it must have overtaken Afghanistan. Who knows? Where is Nigeria? We want us to question, to reason, to innovate, to subject everything to the altar of reason. That is what attracted us onto this hallowed platform when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was preaching it. That we need to be critical thinkers. Because the problem of black man is in the brain, is in the head. It's not anywhere, it's in the head. So, instead of training our children to be prayer warriors, train the young to question, reason, and innovate. Yet, let me continue reading. Yet, in too many homes today, children are burdened with the role of prayer or prayer warriors before they are even given the tools to think. What he wrote is exactly what is happening in our homes today. I once watched a boy, no older than 7, kneel with his classmates during a school assembly. They were told to pray for success in their exams. When the prayers ended, he raised his hand shyly and asked, "But what if I didn't read?" Do you see it? He's a child. He asked the question. "Oh, you have told us to pray for the success of exam. No, what if I didn't read? Am I still going to succeed?" That is a question. Are you getting? We have been accustomed to pray and walk. Now I ask, if you pray without work, without walking, without action, it amounts to 0. If you walk and pray, you get result. If you don't pray, you walk, you get result. Now tell me, what is prayer? It's equation. Balance it. You don't pray and you walk, you get good result. You pray and walk, you get good result. You don't walk, but to pray loudly, pray every day, you don't get nothing. Now tell me, it is up to you. What is prayer? Let us go on, please. Now, the room went silent. His question was innocent, yet it exposed the heart of a generational problem. We are teaching children to expect miracles before they learn effort, to kneel before they learn to stand. Miracles don't build bridges. Hard work does. Do not raise children who wait for breakthroughs. Raise children who create them. This writer wrote something. He is striking a chord. Are you getting what I'm saying? When we are asking, "Oh, Biafra region, our people are now turning to another thing. Everybody wants quick money." You don't know that this is the way the seeds that was sown many years back as children. When we were children, you pray for miracle. Your parents, teach us how to pray. Expect miracle. God will answer your prayers. That is it. Before they teach you how to think, now you have become a prayer warrior. And you become accustomed, addicted to that system. Do you see that? Everything now, it is by God's grace. Everything is by miracle. Let miracle happen. If it didn't happen, if you wait, miracle didn't happen. Now you start looking for the miracle and join as an adult, you join kidnapping gang in order to make miracle happen, because you need the money. Do you see that? Okay, let me continue reading, please. This is not an argument against faith. Yes. For people that always say, "Believe what you believe, believe what I believe." No, it is not argument against faith. But let me tell you something. If you hear people say no, because we are preaching enlightenment, say no, you are preaching against my religion. Believe what you believe, and I believe what I believe. Tell that person, look, if this foreign religion has has, taken this advice you are giving now, we wouldn't be at loggerhead at all. Had it been, it is believe what you believe, I believe what I believe, the Europeans wouldn't have tried to convert our people, tried to destroy our culture. They wouldn't have done it. Even if colonization, they would have come, colonize, and be in build their churches, be in their own, administratively praying, doing their own thing, without even talking about their God to us. Do you not see it? But now how they came, they condemned our everything. Now they turned, radicalized our people, turned our people against our traditional religion, our own way of worship, our value system. And now when we now found out that, look, this thing they did is a scam. Now we want to liberate ourselves by saying the reality. You say, no, don't say it. You are attacking my religion. Don't say it. You believe what you believe. I believe what I believe. But you are the person that caused the whole thing. How can you tell me now, believe what I believe, you believe what you believe? Whereas every Sunday you are castigating my ancestors. You are using it to preach in your pulpit. Whereas you are printing tracts telling me, threatening me that if I don't believe in your own way, that I'm going to hellfire, is a threat. Are you getting that? You are going on evangelism, preaching that, oh, you have to come, that you are on God, your religion is the only way. It's a threat. You don't do that. Carry on, go. If that is the case, don't talk about your religion to any other person. But as long as they continue preaching and talking about it, continue preaching against ancestral spirit, we must also continue exposing the scams that is called religion. That is why I'm talking about religion and violence, murder. Let me continue. This is not, let me read again. This is not an argument against faith. It is an argument against thought to rely on prayer as the ultimate solution to every challenge. Before they even understand how the world works, we risk raising generations that confuse submission with resilience and dogma with discovery. That is it. Dogma with discovery. Are you getting what I'm saying? Now, this man, I know this man is this person, the writer is a TV, from TV. He says, in TV traditional belief in central Nigeria, teaching a child serve, T-S-A-V, serve, the application of mythical powers was considered an abuse of innocence. Are you getting the gist of what he's trying to portray? I will explain a bit later. The elders, wise in their understanding of balance, would never impose the burden on a child. They use their craft to shield their young, not to recruit them into spiritual warfare. Our ancestors were wise people. It was only in adulthood, after a person have lived, learned, and chosen their own path, that such matters could even be considered. This wisdom stands in sharp contrast to today's obsession with turning children into miniature prophets and priests before they have even learned to use their own hands. Do you get what this man is saying here? Just like in Igbo land, in our tradition, in our culture, you don't expose children to some things or some mythical practices, some rituals. No. You see, a man will be going to farmland with his children. They teach them how to farm. They learn as children. They learn how to tenkwo, how to buonkwo, how to do bankata, how to roof touch, do touch houses. That is number one thing. Now, during adolescence, before as they want to enter into adulthood, in Igbo culture, they are now carried and initiated into Ekpe or Konko. Do you see that? Because now they know that they have gotten their professions, as they are no longer children, that they can carry what they are seeing. Are you getting it? They will become initiated into Iwa or Konko, like in our place. It is a sign of adulthood. But today, you see, babies are being encouraged by their parents to start speaking in tongue, to start praying always. Oh, pray. That prayer is the key. You don't know you are building people, morons of tomorrow. That is what this man is trying to say. They leave you, they just make you understand the peripheral things of our culture. You salute. If you see an elder, you salute him. If you wake up in the morning, you salute. These are the things that you as a child, you need to understand. You need to know. But deeper rituals about our spirituality, they don't tell you, because you are still a child. You need to learn handwork. You need to be a farmer. You need to be maybe a carpenter. You need to learn. Now, once you are adult, that is when you will be initiated. Do you see that? Today, you see somebody, a family that their children, a child of maybe 4, 5, 6 years, start talking rubber shabba 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 shabba. So he's speaking in tongue. They video him. Say, this one will be a great man of God tomorrow. A child that should be, encouraged to be curious. A child that should be shown a way to progress, to learn work. No. He has been given the leeway, the ritual of prayer, and fasting. He know about paying tithe. That is writing about. Let me scores than those relying heavily on religious instruction. Don't use example is China now. China from baby they start teaching them, opening their curiosity on different practicalities, because these are the solutions to human problems. Either you're a bricklayer, you're a carpenter, you're a car mechanic, you're a builder, you are the doctor. Open children, they expose children to all these, not prayer. And today, China is the world production capital. Are you getting it? Through prayer? No, the answer is no. We are seeing it's making sense, that is teaching us every day that it's better to train children on thinking, problem solving, and inquiry based learning other than praying. In a century defined by artificial intelligence, climate crisis, and geopolitical upheavals, no amount of prayer will code a program. Yes. No amount of prayer will cure a disease. Yes. Or negotiate peace. Folded hands cannot replace trained minds. A nation of prayer warriors cannot compete with a nation of problem solvers. What are we? Don't you see? You have spoken it all. It's what we preach here. A nation of prayer warriors cannot compete with a nation of problem solvers. If you want to come here and pray from morning till night, you are just making a noise. You are just making sound. Let me put it, not noise, sound. That is it. You can satisfy yourself that everything is okay. It's just to satisfy yourself, but the reality remains the reality facing you. That is it. Parents saw they want their children to succeed, but true success is not measured by the volume of their prayers. It is measured by their ability to solve problems, think critically, and navigate complexity. Instead of teaching them to wait for miracles, teach them the dignity of hard work. Prayer might give comfort. Do you see that? Do you see? Prayer might give comfort. The same way smoking cigarettes can give you comfort for that moment. You pray, say, no, everything is okay. That is, you derive comfort in that thing you are saying. Oh, just like somebody that lost somebody. And you come, you give him comfort. You give him words of comfort. It's okay. But the reality is there. Are you getting what I'm saying? He will be comforted that, but the person is dead. Yes, that is the reality. You want to put him into a situation, mental situation of comfort. But the reality is there. You cannot deny the reality. That is why I say, yes, prayer may give for comfort, but it does not replace the raw intellectual tools required to build bridges, write code, invent vaccines, or grow food on barren soil. Childhood is not a battlefield. It is a laboratory for curiosity. Exactly. Childhood is not a battlefield. When a child, a toddler that is in the world as a a place to to exploit, a place to discover many things. He will call you daddy, daddy, daddy. Why is it that the ocean is blue? No, ocean is blue because God created it like that. You have closed that chapter of curiosity that would have made him to start inquiring more. Do you see what we preach here? Oh, daddy, daddy, why is the sun shining in the night and after it will go down? You say, no, God created it like that. You have shut his thinking faculty down. You will say, oh, my daddy tell me. No, God did it. It's God. Everything is God. So don't ask questions. But when you try to explain to him, even something he did not understand, do you know that this world we are, according to science, it is spherical, it is round like like egg. Now, you bring another ball, you tell him this world is going round, spinning round, is turning, this ball here is like the sun. If it turn like this side we get sun. You know, all those complexities. He's a child, yes. He will not understand it. But you are increasing his scientific mindset in order to inquire more. Are you now getting it? He will be listening with apt interest. He might not be understanding even 2% of what you are saying. But you are building a scientist tomorrow. Because he will remember when his dad is telling him this. So the more he grow, the more he start asking questions, and the more he start making researches even on his own to find out. Now, what is that? How can, even from time to time, he will come and call you. You said the sun is like a ball like this. You know, okay. You know, you are creating an innovator, a scientist, a discoverer. But once you shut down that is a mindset with, oh, God created day and night. So it is like that. Don't you see in the book of Genesis? God created day and God created night, and it is all, and God is like that. So you have finished that child. He will never ask any question. For him, he knows, and because you are the father or the mother. So you have told any other place is good, even in the school. He will add this, he said, no, because my father told me it's like this, or it's like that. You have shut that inquisitive brain, that you have calcified or closed that pineal gland that is trying to grow. You have done that. Now, let me continue reading, please. Prayer may give comfort, yes, but it does not replace the raw intellectual tools required to build bridges, write code, invent vaccines, or grow food on barren soil. Childhood is not a battlefield. It is a laboratory for curiosity. To force a child into prayer is to rob them of the most sacred gift, the freedom to wonder. A child have that freedom to wonder because he came into a world that has many curiosities which he need to explore. But when you shut him up with prayer, miracle, God is finished. That child will follow that path, and you are creating non-entities. That is how Nigeria is. So, if you believe in prayer, pray for your children, not through them. Pray that they grow up with sharp minds and open eyes. Pray that they find wisdom, courage, and clarity. But do not shackle their childhoods with the pressure of spiritual responsibilities they cannot yet comprehend. Let them learn science before theology, reason before ritual, questioning before kneeling. Because a child taught to think becomes an adult who can choose. They may choose prayer, or they may choose philosophy, or they may choose both, but the choice will be theirs. And that is the true mark of freedom. Faith should be chosen, not imposed. A child who is taught to think will one day choose whether to pray, but a child taught to only pray may never learn how to think. Do you see? Because once you impose religion, prayer to a child, he may grow up not learning how to think, because everything is through prayer. Everything is through prayer. This is not an attack on faith, but a defense of childhood, a reminder that imagination is sacred and curiosity divine. If we truly want to prepare our children for the storms of the present and the uncertainties of the future, we must teach them how to build lifeboats, not just how to close their eyes and hope for rescue. The storms of tomorrow will not yield to chance. They will yield to minds that know how to build lifeboats. Let me stop. The write-up is not yet finished, but let me stop here. Let me go back to what I was talking about. Remember, today being the 13th day of September 2025, the topic of my submission is religion and violence. Now, let me continue. Pope Nicholas V sanctioned aspects of the early transatlantic slave trade through his papal bulls, which they call Dom Diversas in Latin, in 1452, and Romanus Pontifex in 1454, which were used by Christians to justify enslaving non-Christian Africans and others. After all, it is also written in the Christian Bible. Go to the book of Deuteronomy. I want you to go, because when some people can try to, defend, they will try to contextualize. No, these people that are doing this. It is not a Christian. It is not our religion. It is no. I said no. It is in the text. It is there. Because if it is not important, it shouldn't be there. Do you see our logic? If it is not important for the religion, it shouldn't be there at all. It would be removed. Let us go. I'm talking about religion and violence. Let us go to the book of Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy is in the Christian Bible. Deuteronomy chapter 20. Chapter 20. Verses 16 and 17. Let us read it and see what he says there. He said, "But of the cities of these people, which the Lord thy God doth give thee for an inheritance, thou shalt save alive nothing that breatheth." Do you see religion and violence? How their God is telling them, the God of Israel, telling them, if you go these people, these cities, the cities of these people, do not leave anybody alive. Buy everybody. Do you see religion and violence? Are you seeing it? Oh God Almighty. Now let me read 17. "But thou shalt utterly destroy them, namely the Hittites, and the Ammonites, and the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, the Hivites, the Jebusites, as the Lord thy God has commanded thee." These are human beings. And you are praising that God. Aren't you? But you are crying against the Fulani onslaught. Oh, they want to take our land. They want to Fulanize us. They are destroying our crop, killing us in our village. But you are, justifying, and you are praising the God that say, go and kill other people. Do you see how hypocritical religion could be? Do you see that? How do they say it? With what you level you give to others, that is with what they will give to you also. Until we stop praising this imaginary God that told people, go and kill others, occupy their lands. But you are crying today about the Fulani onslaught. Don't it make you a hypocrite? No, don't it make you to be so? When you see people are killed, pregnant children are killed, oh, you look, no, kill them. Kill them. But you are crying when similar things happen to you. Are you not a hypocrite? These are things, religion will blind you. You will no longer see the reality. You will be acting on influence. Let us also go to Leviticus chapter 25. Leviticus chapter 25. Chapter 25, yes. From verses, I'm coming on. I quote this thing, I'm bringing something out of it. 44 and 46. 44 and to 46. Okay. He said, both thy bondmen, that is slaves, and thy bondmaids, which thou shalt have, shall be of the heathen, unbelievers, infidels, what the Muslims, what the caliphate calls you, and you are crying. It is in your Bible, isn't it? Okay. He said, both thy slaves, slave men and slave women, which thou shalt have, shall be of the heathen that are round about you. Of them shall ye buy bondsmen and bondsmaids. Moreover, of the children of the strangers that do sojourn among you, of them shall you buy, and of their families that are with you, which they beget in your land, and they shall be your possession. And you shall take them as an inheritance for your children, that is their land. After you to inherit them for a possession, they shall be your bondmen forever. For over your brethren, the children of Israel, ye shall not rule one over another with rigor. Do you see that? But to do others, kill them, inherit their land. That is from all these things, all these chapters. Pope Nicholas II, he gave a papal bull in 1452 known as Dom de Vassas. Dom de Vassas, which is just like the United Nations. Let me call it is universal law that now gives go ahead that legalize transatlantic slavery from the Pope, for your information, from the church, from Christianity. Are you getting what I'm saying? I will read the papal bull of Pope Nicholas V of 1452 that started slave trading in Nigeria. It's from the Bible. They did that you have to enslave the hidden, take possession of their land, destroy them. It's in the Bible. I read it. Now let me read the Pope Nicholas V papal bull, Dom de Vassas of 1452. He said, among others, he said, justly desiring that whatsoever concerns the integrity and the spread of the faith, for which Christ our God shed his blood, shall flourish in the virtuous souls of the faithful, we grant to you by the present documents with our apostolic authority full and free permission to invade, search out, capture, and subjugate the Saracens and the pagans and any other unbelievers and enemies of Christ wherever they may be, as well as their kingdoms, duchies, counties, principalities, and other property, and to reduce their persons into perpetual slavery, and to apply and appropriate and convert to the use and profit of yourself and your successors the kings of Portugal in perpetuity, the above mentioned kingdoms, duchies, counties, principalities, and other property and possessions, and such alike good. That is the spell, the law, the legitimization of slavery that we Africans are suffering till today. Do you see that? Do you see how religion has reduced us into the mess we are today? Because without Pope Nicholas V giving out this papal bull, that is the legitimacy in order to enslave us, enslave Africans and the Saracens. Saracens are Arabs. It wouldn't have been done. It wouldn't, even colonization wouldn't have taken place. He told them, God, take whatever belongs to them in perpetuity. Do you see why our crude oil is not for us? They are stealing it. It's out of this piece of document, piece of empowerment of 1452. Are you getting it now? How religion, which you are, 1452, yes. How religion, which you are defending today, reduced us into, a whole mess, a whole quagmire. And you are, unfortunately, you are in that religion. You are defending it. A religion they use in killing us, in taking. They have built a state-of-the-art gas refining this in Ohaji. Are you getting it? Are we profiting from it? Are we benefiting from it? The answer is no. Is Ohaji people, Ebema people, are they profiting from it? The answer is they don't even have road. They don't have electricity. But they have gas processing plants. They hire the state-of-the-art gas processing plant built in their village. We are those that brought religion, those that use it to cage us, they are making. Don't you see that? It's still going on. That command, that legitimacy given by Pope Nicholas V in 1452, that they should take whatever belongs to us, not only for one time, but in perpetuity. In perpetuity. That is what is going on today. Don't you see that? This papal bull granted King Alfonso V of Portugal permission to conquer and enslave non-Christian Africans. Pope Nicholas V's papal bulls provided a framework that was used to justify enslavement, which contributed to the development of Christian slave-owning societies in the colonies. This directly contributed to the massacre and genocide and total annihilations of many tribes in the Americas and Africa. Do you see that? Do you see that without the popes legitimizing slavery, there wouldn't have been colonization? Do you see that? Because from slave trading, they weakened us. Now they came and started, fighting us in our land, taking possession of our land. Become colonization. And from colonization, we enter into new colonization we are suffering today. Don't you see that the church, the religion you are in, it is a killer religion? Don't you see that? Violence. They killed during the colonization. They came. They said they were trying to Christianize us by killing us. King Leopold II killed more than 15 million Congolese in order to Christianize them. What are you going to talk about? No, these are not. It is not biblical, but I've read to you where it is written, and you know it, that they should annihilate all those heathens, take them as slaves, take their land in perpetuity. That is what Pope Nicholas V replicated. That is what he read and said, yes, it is part of our religion. Do it. He gave the European presidents, the European kings, the legitimacy to come and invade Africa. They started not only Africa, all over the world. In the Americas, they cleared more than 100 million people. They annihilated them because of religion. Do you now see religion and violence? Do you now see that religion is the author of violence? We as Africans have been saying it here. We never one day impose our religion to others. We respect everybody's value, everybody's tradition, because we don't. This world religion even came into being in the 16th century when Martin Luther, started Reformation, and there was a problem between Catholic Church and Protestants. Now that world religion came into existence. Before there was nothing like it. There was nothing like religion as a word. It is people's culture, their tribe. Once they name your tribe, they have known that you have your value system, not religion. They don't. Africa, since history started in Africa, there was never any religious war. Religious war in Africa, in West Africa, was brought by the Fulani in the first place. The religious jihadism, Islamic jihadism, into Africa in 7th century. Are you getting what I'm saying? Or these are historical facts. Africa, we fought tribal wars, yes. Africa fought different wars of even conquering, which is normal. But Africa never fights religious war to impose their religion on others. No. The people that brought it first to West Africa, even from North Africa to West Africa, is the Fulani. That is it. So you see that religion has committed crimes against humanity, and is still codified in the book, in their pamphlet, in their so-called holy book. It's still there. Do you see what we are preaching? We have the right to open the eyes of our people to understand the in-depth analysis of issues concerning the religion that we have been deceived into. Religion of our conquerors. Don't you see? Do you know what is 15 million people? Do you know the number? King Leopold killed for fun. He called them heathens. He called them infidels. The same thing the Fulani they are calling us, we are infidel. Or Onyamini, you are Arne. But you are crying. But it's what the religion you are practicing called us and destroyed, decimated our people. And forced us today, we become adherents of the same killer religion. I am telling you, you see the Fulani Caliphate, the way they are coming using Islam, even in Igbo land. They are imposing it. They are using money to lure, contracts to lure people to enter Islam. They are not doing it that they love you, no. They are doing it for complete control. So that in the next generation of Igbo Muslims will now start worshiping the Fulani that they brought them God. It's them that they brought them Allah. So they held them at high esteem, start defending. The same way you defend the Christian religion today. Very, very sad. We should go back to our roots. That is the bottom line. Because this religion costs irreparable pain to us. It costs irreparable pain. It is their pamphlets, their other legitimization of evil against us that is still going on till today. That is why our oil, Britain is stealing it. When they take 7 million barrels in a day, they declare that it is 1.5 million barrels, or 1.3. 5 point something million gone. What I'm telling you, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu revealed that the terminal where they load oil in Nigeria, no, they don't have meter. Before God and man, I've said this several times on this radio. I was thinking that maybe, is a overstatement. Then no, how can Nigeria don't know how much they are? No. Anyway, let us, until I read it, I had it directly from one NNPC boss some years back. That day I was shocked. He said, I am so person in NNPC. The terminal where there is no meter. We don't know, Nigeria don't know how many barrels of oil that Britain, that Shell, that Exxon is taken per day. Is whatever they declared that we write down. I was shocked. I remembered my onion juice. What I said, damn it. So this is true. Britain will take 7 million barrels every day. And they will declare to Nigeria that it is 1 point. This time around, there is pirates. There are bunkers everywhere. It's 1.3 million. And they will write it. All courtesy of the Pope Nicholas V papal bull that legitimized oppression, subjugation. He says suppress them. He didn't say for a time. He said forever, in perpetuity. And that is what we are defending. We should rise up. I am telling you, we should rise up. Now, we must therefore understand the historical role of religion in the destruction of human lives, including ours. The situation we are in is mostly due to religion. They saw us, our colonizers, the Europeans saw us as heathens, as infidels, as, people that should be killed. And they did it, and they continue doing it. All our natural resources looted and continue being looted. They are now in charge of our government. They are in charge of everything. And the worst part of it is that we continue defending that religion. Don't you see that is stupidity? We must therefore understand the historical role of religion in destruction of human lives. Armed with this type of information, we can be able to make the right choice in this freedom quest in order to restore and build a vibrant Biafra nation where sound judgment will take precedent. Remember Ephesians 6 verse 5 also, it said, slaves, obey your earthly masters with respect and fear and with the sincerity of heart, just as you would obey Christ. So all these things, violence is sanctioned by not only Islam, but Christianity by far. Christianity committed, it's a historical fact. The violence committed by Christianity is unprecedented. It's not even, can never be reached by Islam, for your information. Although all are the same. But I am telling you, these are, go and make your researches. These are historical facts. So, why should we be divided? In our own land of Biafra, families are torn apart. The religion made us to be mumus. Religion made us to be fighting against each other. I used to say it here that this mantra, we should remove it. Oh, now my village people. Sometimes you make it out of for laughter, for in a lighter mood, but it shouldn't be. When something bad happens, you say, now village people. But when good luck, something good happens, you don't call your village people. All these are artificially embedded into our brains, in our subconscious. And these are things we should start repairing. Religion committed the highest violence in this world. Religion made the Europeans annihilate tribes in Americas and annihilate people in Africa in order to possess their possession, which they are into today, because religion makes them to be more superior than others. That is why they call them hidden, infidels. But here we are, we open the eyes of our people in order to understand what all these things means. This is where I'm going to stop. I will go into just few minutes break so that when I come back, I will open the lines for people to please start calling in. Please, I once again call people, if you oppose what I'm saying, do not hesitate. Don't come, I will not call and tell me, Mazi Jonathan, I disagree with this, I disagree. Let us interact. I love that. So I will go into a few minutes break, and when I come back, I will open the lines and people will start calling in. Please do not go away. I'll be right back.
It was done by the British people. The key actors from Nigeria that participated in that amalgamation, you hardly hear what it's. But that key political actors, people like Nnamdi Azikiwe, people like Obafemi Awolowo, people like Sarana of Sokoto, and so on. All these people were less than 10 years old at the time of amalgamation. They didn't play any role. But in the 50s, when we were marching towards independence, that was when these people came to play a key role that led to the independence in 1960. Political parties were formed during in the late 50s, leading to the independence. And the kind of politics our forefathers played back then is still the politics we play today. We play tribal and regional politics. And it is quite unfortunate if you compare Nigeria to other African countries. You will see that you find it difficult to say that this was a national leader in Nigeria. that attempted to bring the country together. I said, for young people, we should know that this issue of tribe and religion, these are the major setbacks for this country. This makes people create problems for leadership recruitment. If somebody is holding a political office and he wants to give appointments, you begin to see that even if Mrs. A knows the issue better than Mrs. B, and if Mrs. B is from his own tribe, you want to use Mrs. B. It's like saying, oh, you have a fight that you need a lion to fight, but that lion is not from your tribe. Then you say the cats. Then you say, after all, both of them are carnivorous animals. They can assert it. And you bring a cat to do the job of a lion. It's not possible. The cat, yes, is a carnivorous animal. Yes, that can assert it. But the cat cannot do the job of a lion or a tiger or a leopard. So, but that is what happens in a system where people tend towards their tribe. And that's one of the banes of Nigerian politics. The leadership recruitment process is skewed along tribal interests and religious interests. So you see how difficult it is to get the best. If people are contesting election, even as a president of a country or as a governor in the various states, I don't want to mention states. There are some states that if you come from some part of the state, you can never be the governor of the state, even if you are the best material at the time. In Nigeria, if you want to contest election, they first know, is it our turn? Is it their turn? If it is it the turn of the Muslims? Is it the turn of the Christians? So this creates problem to recruit the best material. Because you are not assessing the person you want to recruit to the leadership position based on competence. You assess the person based on how he worships his God, or from the part of the map of the country the person comes from.
They can't even control.
So these are the issues. So, but the key thing is, if the younger people can begin to gradually downplay the issue of region and religion in the politics of Nigeria, the leadership recruitment process will improve. We'll begin to recruit people better. When I was contesting in 2015 because of this religious divide between me and Buhari, I used to tell people that if you are sick, let us say you have a kidney problem and you go to the hospital, you ask for the best doctor. You will not ask whether that doctor is from Enugu or from Kanu or from Ibadan, if it is in Nigeria, but you ask. If they say this is the best doctor, you are comfortable with. When you're hungry, you don't care where the person who's serving the food is from Meduguri or from Yinagwa. You eat the food. That is normal human. But whenever it comes to the leadership recruitment process, through the political recruitment programs of election and so on and so forth, our wisdom is masked by these sentiments of region and religion. But Nigeria today, we are divided along tribal lines, we are divided along religious lines, and it worries me. And if we don't make any changes, which is difficult to make, it may continue even to your grandchildren, because we started wrongly. And there's no real effort to make sure we change. And it's a division.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. The person you heard his voice is former President Goodluck Jonathan. He's talking about the polarization of Nigeria by religion and tribalism. That is why Nigeria can never move forward. Religion. He said it open. You know, you cannot carry a cat to do the job of a lion. All of them are carnivorous, but it's different. So, but in Nigeria, it is like that. Before somebody, somebody is being appointed because of his religion or religious background. That is it. And that is why Nigeria cannot move forward. These are the reasons why we are exposing all these things, making all these religious expositions, for us to understand and diminish religion or religious sentiments in our life, so that we can build a vibrant society. Very vibrant society. where meritocracy will be the order of the day, not pastor this, pastor that. No. Not are you a believer? You go to the same church, go. No. All those things. Can you provide what? There's an example he gave. He said, if you are sick, he said he told you, if you are sick now, you need a doctor, don't you? Are you going to start asking a doctor, are you a Muslim? Are you a Hindu? You need the best. That is the thing. But in Nigeria, it's not this so. So religion polarized us. It's very sad. This is why we make all these expositions so that we grow above religion. We must grow above religious sentiments. That is it. Because therefore, our lines are now opened. Our WhatsApp and Signal line remains +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. I repeat once again, +65 +61 405 142 547. You can call us and give us your view on the issue treated. Please, even if you disagree with me, please, you are welcome to call. I say I love it for us to have brotherly, civilized, robust discussion and debate. I have a caller already. Caller on Signal, Mazi. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program.
Yes, Mazi, I can hear you loud and clear from
there.
There.
Welcome to the program.
Good evening from here, Mazi.
There.
Good evening. Mazi Jonathan, may Chukwu continue to give you wisdom and understanding so that you will be fortified enough to keep on doing this work. Sometimes it's so tireless and so stressful when you are trying to educate people who had made up their mind that they're not going to change because of their adamant mindset or that mind of sentiment and emotion. But we will not stop until we get what we want. That is how it's going to be. Fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, my name is Mazi. I'm calling from Austria, and I'm serving the indigenous people of Biafra as IPOB, Austria National PRO. Mazi, before I will dive into the religious matter of today, I want to digress a little from the first beginning when you start this program concerning the idiotic Maswell that came here in Austria, and from that angle, concerning what we are doing. Before ever IPOB talk about you, you are going to first of all shoot yourself on the leg before we can be able to bring the publicity to you. Today we are making, trying to let the whole world know who is Maswell, Barrister Maswell. That this man, he want to lure Nnamdi Kanu in the same way they lured Wazirike. That today is not only just a ceremonial Biafra, every this they will just come out and shout Biafra, after people have paid their life, they have given their life because of Biafra through Masop. He came out genuinely, but they compromise him inside. They round him with compromise him to what Wazika, our brother, is today. The same thing to Asari Dokubo today. This a man who was fighting for his resource control. Today he's carrying gun, killing the same people he was fighting for to control the oil. Now he's working with Nigerian government. This is what these people have gathered themselves. They want to lure our leader into the. But Chineke brought these people work with that now. IPOB is, we have gone past this nonsense they are doing with their siblings of iniquity. When IPOB IPOB was championing the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu through Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor and San Osekume. We pursued Nigeria into their court until we got Mazi Nnamdi Kanu charged and discharged and acquitted. And IPOB, we stood on that discharged and acquitted and said, we are not going cross here. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been released. You people must release him. These people are saying, "Bahashi mapota, mommy, bitanyako, jukresi, bell and kanka." Deceive them. How about called? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu go for bell. Today, they told us they know the best way to bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out. How many years now? But the truth is that we are watching all of them. Oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, this guy Brahim and also Nasi, we have told them, guy. Now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was the guy. Guy, if this people fail to release you in this October coming court case, guy, you know that these people want to jail you. That through them, through this their conspiracy, then we will know. Because they told IPOB and DOA that we don't know how to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are the ones that are going to do it. We are watching them. Even our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, even if he come out today, we must control who he's coming out to Mazi Nnamdi here. Yes, we want him to be out, but with glory and honor. The reason why he went there for years to suffer, we want to see him coming out with the Biafran flag. It is what he promised us. He said he will not disappoint us. And we have promised him we will not disappoint him. So he and they cannot lure Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for what he's not ready for. And we are just watching them. Maxwell has shot himself in his leg. From today, we have seen them. IPOB all over the world, we are watching them. We are looking at what they are doing. We know where they are going. And Chineke let them land here. They will see the road of IPOB. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we have after all these people have died, many of us died in a heart attack. Today, they want to give the IPOB a man in Mokandiabo. Today, we are there. Can they boldly come out and after IPOB has fought to remove ourselves from this criminal out of Finland? When they are trying to lure him into IPOB, we fought and let the whole world know that this guy is not part of what we are doing. Today, when they have jailed him for terrorism affair, I have put up today to come and talk again. That these people was right for what they are doing. When they were saying the disciple of Kanu, he said Nigerian media, television, through our hands are clean in what we are doing. And we cannot allow them. We must continue what we are doing, Mazi. In what you are saying concerning the religion, the whole world have seen how the whole thing is going. And we, Biafrans, we cannot stop in what we are doing until we educate them by correct. If it is correct, here in this Western world where we are living, Mazi, when you enter this region, the religion, they relegated it into under the feet of their government. Government needed to have Arachaka here. People don't even want to. How does he here? How's Africa now? Again, with the Reverend Father. They are tired because the government make everything open for them. Everything you want, government try to provide for the people. Can you hear this thing? They don't need prayers to produce. They went to school, they teach them the right thing they're supposed to do. If you go to school, give them BBC name or something. Mazi, let me be honest with our people. We cannot leave it because if we don't touch this area we are going, Mazi, I want to hear anywhere. The Westerners can sponsor our people because we hear religion about our people pray. If the worst one, most of this DCOG for them. If you are going to do what really had the thing, oh, yeah, they want to have a street. They will call police for them and make arrest. And I said, why are you arresting him? They don't want you to go to their street and preach this thing, and they don't want it. It may be the brain of their people. If you know you window jail macro, how group make a noise? Police are just in another place. They will stop them. If you may quietly, don't use it to disturb another person. That's how they do it here. Man, I go to Nigeria, street town, church and the street got 50 churches. There are now warrior everywhere. My bless you, my brother. Thank you for picking my call.
There were Mazi. There were. We must relearn, or we must unlearn to relearn. That is the thing. We cannot keep on, a time comes, you start asking questions. That is the thing. That is the era we are in. Era of asking questions. The time whereby you say, oh boy, oh, this road we are going, how is it profiting us? What advancement are we making? We take stock. The lines are still open, please. You can still call. But when we are seeing that, look, this thing they brought to us as religion is simple colonization, mental colonization. They use it to commit atrocities everywhere around the world. They use it to colonize the people mentally. And we all should understand, we know that mental colonization is worse than physical ones. Physical, you don't need a colonizer to start controlling you. Start watching around you, controlling. No, he okay go get mentally happy. So you are even the person that will be pursuing him, licking his ass, everything. That is the thing. That is what they have done to us. Do you know how many generations they have closed in our land by this initiation of reverend fathers and sisters? They don't marry, celibates. Do you know how many generations? Europeans, they don't engage in this rubbish any longer. They no longer engage on it. Instead, from Africans, they are taking it. Are you getting what I'm saying? Do you know how many families, generations they have closed? When a man cannot marry, he will no longer produce. His generation stops on him. The same thing to a woman in the name of religion. This is evil. We must understand the actions and the plans of the colonialists. We must make sure that all these things are exposed. As I'm talking, you can also call because I'm expecting calls, please, before I close the program. Remember, I talk about religion and violence. Religion has been a tool of violence or a tool for violence since the world go, and it's still happening till today. Caller on signal, can you hear me? Welcome to the program. Mazi Ifani, are you there?
Yes, Mazi Jonathan.
There wo.
Ndewo Mazi. My name is Mazi Fine. Mazi Fine, calling from his location. Mazi, in fact, I thank the HOD. Leadership, thank you for the good work you people are doing. We have seen it. Also, I greet our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi, let me just say my own. We have seen the work of DSS trying to use this he-goat. He-goat call himself Barrister Manswell. Mazi, I want to tell Biafrans. That is the land have thrown him out. There's something that we normally say, ala topotago. That is ala topotaria. Biafran land topotara Muhammadia. And that is all Jisano no Osara Asisa. That's in our own language, Osara Asisa. And that is why he confessed. Mas, there are many of them in this present legal team that surrender our leader. There are many of them. And we need to find out so that we also expose them. But one thing is certain, Mazi, we can never forgive and forget. You see, in this our time, they thought that we are playing with this our agitation, trying to liberate ourselves. We are dying day by day. We are inside prisons. Our leader is inside prison. And these lawyers, they are trying to play with our intelligence. Mazi, they thought that we are
Mazi,
when they refused or when they failed to bring our leader out. When these people failed to bring our leader out, then they will know what they did to themselves. Because our leader has no case to answer. Our leader has been discharged and acquitted by the court of Zoo. And these people, they say no, and they collected bribe to did our leader what they did to this Asari and Wazirike in this our own time. God forbid. They can never go scot-free if they no bring our leader out. That's one thing. We are watching them. We are not going anywhere. They will know that we mean the business. Mazi, concerning the religion which you discuss about. Mazi, in fact, this religion is what they took our people 100 plus now. And I believe that our people have seen the reality. Mazi, this your message is converting us. This message is converting us. Believe me, our people is waking up. They know that religion make them become mumu and lazy. Mazi, I'm telling you the facts. Because our people now, mostly young people, have seen the good and the bad of religion due to our people. And that is, I'm telling you that the message is entering. Continue this good work. Biafra must stop, and everybody must receive he or her reward towards this struggle. No going back, Mazi. May God bless you. Thank you, Mazi. We must continue.
We must.
Good night
from
there, Mazi.
Thank
you.
There is no back to go to. That is the worst thing. We have crossed the river Rubicon. And any person that is thinking that they can rubbish or this struggle in any way is hallucinating, is living in cloud cuckoo land. That is it. Remember, our WhatsApp and Signal line remains +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. We must continue in disseminating this gospel. It doesn't matter what happens, because yes, the issue is this, that we have the right to make in-depth or engage in in-depth analysis of the religion we are in. What has thwarted our land? We have that right. what they use in colonizing our brain, making us to be foolish, making our people not to value our own thing today, making our people, our youths, to always hope on miracle, instead of working hard. This is not who we are. That is why we are preaching, in order for us to go back to where we were, to go back to who we were, who we really are. Because the restoration of Biafra will kickstart another phase in our life as Africans and Africans in general. The more you relegate religion in our lives, the more we increase our human knowledge, our human activities, and that is how it's supposed to be. Therefore, in the absence of some calls anyway, we must continue towards ending the program. What we should understand, Biafrans, you see this struggle, we must guard it jealously. We must guard this struggle jealously. This struggle, if we fail, my goodness me, there is no justification. We shouldn't fail 2 times. 1970, our fathers fell, they failed, and went back as if nothing happened. Everybody went back to their vomits as if nothing happened. We shouldn't fail this time around. That is it. So let me get caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp.
Yes, so I can hear you.
There we Mazi.
Good evening, Mazi Jonathan.
There we.
Mazi Jonathan. I am watching Emere calling from Benin Republic. Mazi Jonathan, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I personally am very, very happy, and I want to thank you for all you have been doing for we, the blacks, more especially the blacks, and more especially the Igbos, because this religion of 18 has eaten us up completely. And you people, or I may say IPOB, come in 11 hours when there is no more time. Could it be that we waited for some few years before coming in? It could have been late, too much late, that there will be no more solution for us. So, and the best thing that will ever happen to us is this very awakening. Is this very awakening, because religion will eat the whole nation, and at the end, the nation will collapse completely. And that is how it has been us, we, the Africans. So I am so happy that Africa will not completely be wiped away because of this awakening. We will not be completely wiped away. We will not be completely erased from the world. So I am thanking you, and I want to encourage you and every other people that are preaching, awakening our people to continue doing it, because it is the best thing, and it is, in short, it is a life. It is another life that you people are giving us. It is another life that you people are giving us. Do you know that religion is the only thing that will make somebody or someone to reject his own and accept foreigner. You reject your own because of religion, and you accept foreigner that you don't know, that you have never known before. For example of it is, I saw a video where Fulanis, I don't know if they newly converted or something like that, and they are calling on Jesus. So, and I'm saying to myself, I, who is not a church goer, in the presence of this Fulani and my brother who is a church goer, will I ask him, or will another person ask him to choose who he will prefer? Do you know that he will reject me and choose that Fulani man because of religion? So religion is a tool of conquest. Religion is a tool of destruction. And we have to relegate religion to the bottomest pit. We have to end religion entirely. What we need is going back to our roots. What we need is the way of our ancestors. What we need is the way of our spirituality. We don't need to be serving something like religion or anything that resembles it. We don't need religion at all. So I say more grace to your able. And as for this barristers, or more especially Barrister Maswell, I thank God that he himself used his mouth to confess what he confessed. And that will open the eyes of those who, in all that IPOB has been saying, they have not understood. But by the confession of Maswell Okpara, I strongly believe that all who hear what he said will understand that the lawyers that are around our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, are all saboteurs. They are not having the interest of IPOB in their interest or in their mind. They are just there in order to, to destroy. They don't care, in short, of IPOB being sustained. All they know is that they bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out. Whether he in IPOB or he rejects IPOB, what they know is just Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out, compromise and come out, and they will answer that they bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out. So everybody now know that they are not there for the interest of IPOB. They are just only there for their name, for their namesake and their pocket sake. So Mazi Jonathan, let me drop it here for today. I will call you another day. Thank you.
Thank you. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, what we are doing is what we are doing today. The enlightenment we are engaged today is what the Europeans passed through. Are you getting what I'm saying? Enlightenment that is on the A in Africa today is what the Europeans passed through during 16th, 17th century, even 18th century. Enlightenment, their own era of enlightenment that led to revolutions. And there is no way you can, people will pass enlightenment without asking questions about religion. It's impossible. It's everywhere. Because what was imposed on us is foreign religion. That's the worst. There is no way we can go through these mental revolutions without questioning the religion of our colonialists. It's impossible. Caller on WhatsApp, please. You are going to be the last caller. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me, please?
Jonathan, good evening.
There we go.
Thank you, man. Please allow me to speak in my obodo a. Maka na ndị be anyị ntị anyị ejiri ihe kpachi anyị ntị. Ndị be anyị a na-arụ ihe. Ekwusikwa ihe niile hụrụ ị na-ekwu kịta na ekwusikwa ya onwe nke ha na-anụ. Religion ihe anyị ji bụrụ mmadụ. Ọnọdụ anyị ji bụrụ mmadụ. Ị na-akụ n'ime Igbo, onye Igbo na-akọ n'ala. Akụ n'ime onye Igbo Igbo onye Igbo na ihe ị ga-eme ka ọ dịrị gị mma. Ọ ka anyị na-akọ believe ya or no believe. Ịghọtara? So jisi ike ọrụ unu na-alụ dị mma, ọ na-emetụkwa anyị nwa na-anụkwu ihe unu ga-eme. Anyị nwa jikwa aka anyị na-epirichikwa ndị mmadụ ka ha mara ma ga-atọghata ha maka na ihe religion mere anyị. Chineke mere anyị ebere short. So jisi ike n'ọrụ unu alụ. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And this is where I'm going to switch off the phones, Biafrans and lovers of freedom. As I was saying before, you see this struggle, this IPOB, this global movement. Assured, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu established a movement, an organization together than him. I've been playing that clip made by somebody. So, what we are doing is to make sure that we build institutions. Let us learn how to build institutions so that it doesn't matter even if one person is there, even if one person is not there, the institution is. That is how things work. And I see that we don't know, we are not aware of, we never understand the meaning of institution. We never understand it. That's why we are sentimental. We build things based on these are the anomalies. These are the anomalies that we are trying to correct in this struggle. Are you getting it? So, Biafra restoration remains our goal. Biafra restoration remains the goal of IPOB. It's our primary goal. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, the supreme leader. In his absence, the DOS, which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is also part of, is in charge. Because if we base IPOB on one single individual, which means we have not learned. Are you getting it? We have not learned then. We are still babies. We still make mistakes of our past. That is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it, that IPOB have a mindset of its own, which means it's an institution. That is it. So we must continue. Forget about the people that are trying to sow seeds of discord. As I said the day before yesterday, the question one of the main questions I want you to take home, answer rhetorically, which I asked that day. Why is it that from 2021, since the rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the DOS was being attacked. Right from Nelly Ofebu, the DOS became the object of attack. Right from beginning. After he entered into Ekberima. Until Ekberima last time met his demise. And you see people burst out from nowhere and continue the same thing. Don't you ask yourself what is there is a reason for that. There is a reason for that. They say continue attacking that leadership. All of kahana it's the same thing. So, but we will never allow this. We should never allow IPOB to be ridiculed. That is why I took it as a duty to attack Maxwell Okpara, because he bought market from us. We never talk about him. We never do anything against him. But he started by ridiculing IPOB leadership openly, publicly, and saying all sorts of nonsense. And you think that, okay, we see him, we clap for him. Say, no problem. He's an agent. And we must continue talking about him. It doesn't matter. There is no, this Igbo character of Nnamoha, one person being bigger than the whole population, is evil. Look at what happened in Nepal. In Biafra land, this is how, or if there is there are politicians that are corrupt in our land, this is how Biafrans will gather and deal with them. What happened in Nepal? You can never replicate it in Nigeria, because Nigeria is not a country. No common value. Are you getting me? But in Biafra, we can do it. In Biafra, we checkmate the political class. In Biafra, the political class will be on their toes, not as relaxed as they are in Nigeria, where we is singing and you are watching the looters, the real devils that are exploiting our people being relaxed. In Biafra land, we can never allow it. Every politician will be on his or her toes, not know where to march to, because they will be afraid of the population. This is what we are trying to establish. Therefore, we must continue in making sure that we reach our goal. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our supreme leader, must come out with his shoulders high, not in their own condition, not in Maxwell Okpara's condition. Because since their mommy Binta disappointed them, he promised them that if they chase away Ozekome and Geoffo, that they will give them bail. Has anybody asked them, Oga, what of the bail now from Mommy Binta? No. They are causing all these commotions in order to digress our people's attention from asking them questions. Are you getting it? That is what they have been doing. And they are trying to pressure Onyenduse to come out at all costs, so that now Biafra or IPOB is destroyed. DOS my food. That is what Maxwell Okpara said. Somebody like that, saying like that in the public, how do you think that he's talking to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in private concerning IPOB? He doesn't even care about IPOB, the leadership, nothing. He doesn't care. So how do you think? So we should always respond when insulted. And that is what we are doing. We are not going to let go. It doesn't matter what we are watching. Any move we watch, we are watching, we are following up, bomber to bomber. Because we don't want them to do to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu what they did to Asari Dokubo and Owazirike. We are watching them, and we want them to know that we know. That is it. So Biafra remains our ideology, our religion, and everything we have. It is our common ground, that is Biafra. Our core value is Biafra. It is either Biafra or Biafra. There is no way, no going back. Thank you for listening. Remember, tomorrow is Sunday. Also, you join us on X, Radio Biafra Live. One word. on X. Participate in what is being discussed there. Thank you for listening. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, from here, it is simply good evening.
Shots. What